Hey guys, and welcome back. This is another video of a Bobcat repair. So this time the water pump gave up on it, and the weep hole is really weeping, and it's getting to the point where you can't keep water in it. So I figured that when it's running, it's actually not so bad, but when you stop, it pisses out pretty good. So I got a new pump. Price-wise, it was crazy. Bobcat wanted $270 for it, an OEM part with a stamp on it, and you can find the same pumps. It's for it's a Kubota motor, but regardless. $35, $37, and I found one on eBay. It looked identical. There's two versions of it. There's a little output pipe that cools the oil filter housing. Some of them have it and some of them don't, so the one I had to have has it. So I made sure it looked the same, and sure enough, they look identical to me. Just like pretty much any motor, the water pump is just a little thing. It's usually on the front of the motor somewhere. There's a pulley on it. I decided not to mess with the adjuster. The alternator has the adjuster on it for tension of the belt. I actually just unscrewed the adapter, the pulley, and it came off okay. And hopefully I can get it back on without any too much fuss. The belt wasn't too tight, wasn't too loose. We'll call it good. Anyway, I don't know, 15 bolts to hold that stupid thing on. And I basically just took my time, undid it. There's not much room. Alright, well, that wasn't too bad, was it? I was worried about the pulley and that one little bolt. Luckily, I can fit in there. There is only one little thing I gotta change, and there's a stud right here that is not on the new one. If you look at it, it goes into that hole. So I'll go in the shop, pop this out, pop it in there. There's another stud here that's on the motor, and that stayed with the motor. So I don't know if I really need it, but I'm gonna do the transfer anyway, just to make sure it's legit. I'll scrub the block a little bit, put the new gasket in, and we should be golden. Okay, so I got the put a little stud in there. Come to think of it, it probably should have been in the motor like that one, just so the gasket has somewhere to hang. But I think that other stud and that little stud will hold the gasket in place. I brought my trusty grease to oil it up and make sure the gasket sits in there. Let's give it a little brush. Oh yeah, there's some junk on there. Should get my power stuff. But I don't know if I can get in here. Nope. So a quick little cleanup of the block. I use a little brush, and then I use a razor blade just to scrape the rest of it off, and then clean it up a little bit better so I can see shiny metal, and I'm good to go. The pump came with a new gasket. Of course I'm going to use that, and I put a little bit of grease on it so it'll stick on the block. So I'm just going to grease up the block, put the gasket on there, and then start putting in all the bolts. So it's a very simple process. Only one bolt gave me trouble. That was right behind the front pulley. It's right behind it. You can't even get a normal wrench in there. You have to use an open-sided wrench to get at it, but no big deal. It just took a little longer. Everything went pretty smooth. I was pretty happy with everything. I took my time, no rush. Kept it nice and clean, and even put a new hose. You'll see in a second. That goes from the pump to the oil filter housing, and everything was good to go. I did have one little problem. When I buttoned everything up, put antifreeze in it, I looked down and there was still a little drip going on. Lo and behold, from a repair, when I did the oil pump a couple of years ago on this thing, which is on the front panel, the whole panel came off here. I don't think I put the hose on the back of it, big radiator hose, properly. So it somehow got a little bit loose, and the clamp moved off its position. So that took me, believe it or not, 45 minutes to get at it. I did not videotape it. I ran out of battery and got frustrated. But anyway, there's no room to work in there, and it took me forever to get the clamp off. It's one of those compression clamps. Finally got it off, and then I used a screw-on clamp to secure the hose. And of course, this is my second attempt at making this work. First was a reservoir. I didn't mention that earlier. I changed the coolant reservoir. It had a big old crack in it, so I figured that was where all the coolant was going. So about bought a gallon of coolant, put that in there, you know, mix it all up, and then I put another fresh gallon in there, and it pissed out because of that the hose on the bottom of the back of the motor on the inside of the thing. So I fixed that, and now it's dry, and I got a third gallon of coolant, so hopefully it'll stick in there. But anyway, the process is pretty simple, yet a little bit frustrating at times because just access. I always say that. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.